Good evening, Super Gadget. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Excuse me. Try to do a quick sound check. I think we're good. Hello, Jason. Good to see you. Took me a second to put the name with the Discord name. All right, excellent. So we've got sound. Things are working. Yeah. So for tonight, I had to move the times around a couple of times there. Sorry about that. With practice, coaching my son. He is out of T-ball now and into coach pitch. So it's my first time ever trying to coach pitch. And we've had miserable weather here. The last week, our 2 practices got canceled. We had snow one day and downpours the other. So really wanted to get them on the field, but then again, terrible weather again today, or not great weather, but then it cleared out. So I ended up actually doing an impromptu practice for anyone that wanted to go. So I actually did go to the field, and I had four of the 10 kids on the team came out, and we did a little hitting and stuff. So it worked. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to rip some baseball card boxes. So for tonight, we have our Topps Celebration 2025. This would be Series 1. And I will be totally honest, I didn't know anything about this set. Had never heard of it, knew nothing about it. And then I forget who mentioned it first in the Discord, but it was mentioned as a potential box break. And so here we are. So it's as simple as that. If you have an idea, let me know, and I'll try my best to make it happen if we have enough interest at least. Good evening, Ben. It is time for a celebration, isn't it? All right, so I know very little about this set, other than it's basically Topps Series 1, coupled with some exclusive parallels and other inserts. It's kind of a hybrid, is my understanding, of what Topps Opening Day used to be before they killed that off. So we'll find out. All right, so here's your box. That's how your packs are in there. All right, Jason asks, are you a pitch from your knee guy or a pitch from your feet guy? So I don't know yet, is my short answer to that. Today I was trying pitching sitting on a bucket, and turns out I'm not a very good pitcher. So that didn't work great. So then I went to my feet because the ground was soaked and I didn't feel like getting completely soaked. So today I was standing most of the time. They recommended at our coach meeting that we pitch from a bucket so that we're closer to the kids' level. And I do have a number of they're young kids, so they're pretty short. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the bucket idea makes a lot of sense. So I'm at their level, but I don't know. I have more control when I'm just standing like normal. So we'll see. Super Gadget says some opening day and big league inserts. Yeah. So it's sort of the Topps. I guess this is their new version of, for kids, I guess. And in fact, if this is fun and if I can find another box, I'm actually debating about trying to get a box of this for my team and use them as prizes or something, because I do some challenges with the kids. They love that. So the first time I did it, I gave prizes as donuts, but maybe baseball cards would be a healthier option. All right, so we're ready to get going. Oh, I didn't read through the teams. I should have done that first. I always do. Let's do that real quick. So JC cleaned up a lot of the teams that were remaining at the end, so he has a long list. He has the Diamondbacks, Cubs, Rockies, Astros, Marlins, Mets, Athletics, Rays, and Rangers. Again, using Discord names here. Jackal has the Braves, Indians / Guardians, Phillies, and Giants. Don Dog has the Orioles and Royals. Super Gadget has the Red Sox. Sheep Boy has the White Sox and Tigers. I have the Reds. Peach Pitch has the Angels and Blue Jays. Dr. Mustang has the Dodgers. Uncle Ben has the Brewers. Iowa State has the Twins. Andy S. has the Yankees. 412 JMac has the Pirates. Swinko has the Padres. Ocelot has the Mariners. Cards on Cards has the Cardinals, and Bubba's Bums has the Nationals/Expos. So there we go. Now we can get to it. All right. So our first card of the box is the Padres team card. And we've seen a lot of, probably most people have seen most of the base cards, but we'll still make sure we show everything off. So we've got Max Schumann for the A's, Jake Burger for the Marlins, David Festa for the Twins, Angel Martinez for the Guardians, John Gray for Texas, Baltimore team card, Jacob Wilson, nice little action shot for the Athletics, Jose Ramirez for the Guardians, and then we have our first 1990 Topps, Kobe Mayo for the Orioles. We have Game Day Drip, Corbin Carroll. I don't know, nothing super special on his outfit, but there you go. We've got Paws for the Tigers. And these are the mascots. See number 10 there. And we have a Stars of MLB Juan Soto. We were just talking about all the Stars of MLB cards that people have over on the Discord the other day. And our last one for our first pack is Carlos Narvaez maybe, for the Yankees. So I do like that they're nice thick packs in the sense of 14 cards per pack. So I approve of that. We got Matt Verling, Lamont Wade Jr. for the Giants, Joey Cantillo for the Guardians, Eugenio Suarez for the Diamondbacks, Freddie Freeman, Dodgers, Ryan Pepiot, Rays, Cabrian Hayes, Pittsburgh, Carlos Rodriguez, Milwaukee, Jake Rogers for the Tigers. And then we have a confetti parallel, maybe? Mitch Keller. There's a bunch of parallels that all kind of look the same, but confetti are specific to the celebration boxes. Hey, Ben, good to see you. Finally able to join a great break with us. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you were able to make it. So for Pittsburgh, we got Mitch Keller there. We have an 8-bit baller, Bryce Harper, taken from the Topps Big League. I always kind of like those. We have power players, Corey Seager. This looks like it could have been a Stadium Club design. Like that has a Stadium Club vibe to it. And our star of MLB is Matt Chapman. And our last base, Luis Robert Jr. for the White Sox. All right. Next up, Andres Chaparro for the Nationals, Luis Rengifo, Angels, Brady Singer, Royal, Red now, Mason Wynn, Cardinals, Nick Gordon, Marlins. For the Rays, Taj Bradley. There, speaking of the Reds, there's their team card, Greg Jones, Colorado. Another Colorado, Jordan Beck. And our next 1990 Topps parallel is Randy Arozarena for the Mariners. We have CJ Abrams, Game Day Drip. He forgot his undershirt. We have Fred Bird for the Cardinals, mascot. And our star of MLB is a good one, Shohei Ohtani, probably the chase one in that set. And then Tanner Bibby for the Guardians. I'll put my son to bed. I was trying to keep tabs on the Reds game, and they're playing the Mariners, and it seems to be bouncing back and forth between who's in the lead. So the Reds finally got back to 500. I don't think they've been over 500 this year, so it'd be nice for them to pull this one out, but we'll see what happens. We got Grant McCray for the Giants, Andrew Benintendi, White Sox, Christopher Sanchez, Phillies, Nick Lodolo, he pitched today, not well for the Reds, Bryson Stott, Phillies, Ben Rice, rookie for the Yankees, Jackson Merrill, shouting for the Padres, Anthony Rendon, Angels, Ronel Blanco for the Houston. We have another parallel, Jake Bloss. I do believe these are the confetti parallels for the Blue Jays. They're not numbered. We have 8-bit baller, Ellie De La Cruz. Nice. Francisco Lindor, power player for the Mets. And another good star of MLB, Paul Skeens. I suppose they should all be good, right? They're the stars of MLB. Another nice looking Pirates card, O'Neal Cruz, to round out that pack. So definitely get a lot of base in here, but seems to be about 3 to 4 inserts per pack as well. So I think this is the right type of set for kids. I feel like if I gave my son a pack of this, he would enjoy opening it. Yeah, Mauricio Dubon for Houston. Luis Castillo, he pitched against the Reds today. Tyler Gentry, Royals. Michael Busch, Cubs. Red Sox team card. Zach Neto for the Angels. Patrick Bailey, Giants. River Ryan, Dodgers. Josh Hader, Astros. We got first pitch Jason Kelsey for the Phillies. This is Citizens Bank Park, so that will go in the Phillies pile. We got game day drip Jose Ramirez, who might be confused for a Mr. Rogers outfit there. We got the Reds mascot. Well, one of their 3 mascots, actually, Rosie Red. And our star of MLB is Mr. Aaron Judge, another good one, and another Yankee, Luis Gil. So what do we think of Celebration for those that maybe haven't seen it yet? We got Garrett Cole, Tyler Soderstrom, Rafael Devers, Seth Lugo, Lars Nootbaar for St. Louis, Shea Whitcomb, Houston, Julio Rodriguez, Mariners. Whoops, underneath Julio was Luis De Los Santos for the Blue Jays. Got Casey Mize for the Tigers. We have a nice Hunter Green. He has been phenomenal so far this year. We got 8-bit baller Yordan Alvarez for Houston. And let's double up on our Yordans. It's a Yordan double feature. We got a power player. And it's an Ellie double feature because we've got Ellie as the star of MLB. And then Brooks Lee for the Twins. There's probably a more affordable way to get if you're trying to build some of the more common inserts in the top series one as well, based on how many inserts we're getting. Adil Armador for the Rockies, Brian Rocio, Guardians, Brian De La Cruz, Pittsburgh, Tyler Locklear, Seattle, Andres Jimenez, Cleveland, Hassan Kim, San Diego, Mitch Garver, Seattle, Cameron Meisner, I don't know, for the Rays. We got JJ Bledley for the Athletics. And then we have greatest hits from 2024, Shohei Ohtani walk-off grand slam to 40-40. Pretty cool. We got game day drip Juan Soto. And then we have the Philly Fanatic on his four-wheeler for the Phillies, obviously. And our star of MLB is Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. And we end with a Brave, Hurston Waldrop. Next pack. Mark Vientos for the Mets. Jordan Westburg, future star for the Orioles. We've got a Padres checklist. Travis d'Arnaud, Braves. Eloy Jimenez, Orioles. Willie Castro, Twins. Chris Bassett, Blue Jays. Jung-Hoo Lee, Giants. Jack Kokonowitz, I don't know, Angels. Probably butchered that one. There we go. Another 1990 top. We got Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. And our game day drip in this pack is Julio Rodriguez. And we've got old Pirate Parrot. His name was Petey, but I guess it's just Pirate Parrot. So there you go. And our star of MLB is a Shoto Imanaga for the Cubbies and another Cub. We got Jameson Talon. Let me get some of these base out of the way so I don't knock that pile over. There'll certainly be a lot of sorting for me to do. I can see that already, even though it's quote-unquote only 2 boxes. We have Bailey Ober for the Twins, Danny Jansen, Red Sox. We got leader card, another leader card. These will be randomized amongst the teams featured. Tyler Stevenson for the Reds, Connor Wong for the Red Sox, Ryan Jeffers Twins, Jake Irvin Nationals. We have a foil board, a rainbow foil board, Padres team card. That's a nice one for the Padres. Those are not numbered, but nice parallels. And then we have a Reese Hines confetti for my Reds. Reese Hines had like one really good week, and then that was the end of that. 8-bit baller Aaron Judge for the Yankees, and we'll stick with New York, but head over to the other side of the city for Pete Alonso and the Mets. And our star of MLB is Colby Mayo for the Orioles, and Anthony Rizzo rounds out that pack. You don't like the which parallel is the ridiculous parallel? The confetti ones? You know, I mean, Topps has 10 million parallels. What's one more, right? Marcell Ozuna, Braves. It's kind of sucky you have to buy these boxes to get those parallels, but I guess they needed a gimmick. Freddie Peralta, Brewers. Nathaniel Lowe, Rangers. Braves team card, Zach Wheeler, Phillies. Christian Mena, Diamondbacks. We got another league leader. Cedric Mullins lost his helmet for the Orioles. Royce Lewis celebrating for the Twins. We have a Grapefruit League, Juan Soto. Getting a lot of Soto cards in this box. We have a Game Day Drip, James Wood, and that is labeled as a rookie card. I'll take you back to 1992 Topps rookies when they were using like high school photos of guys. That's what that reminds me of. We have the Orioles mascot, which apparently just called Mascot. And our star of MLB is Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. And then we have Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. We are moving along nicely. This shouldn't take us too long tonight. Austin Riley for the Braves. Trevor McGill, Brewers. Nathan Eovaldi, Texas. Will Brennan, Cleveland. Dylan Cease, San Diego. Michael McGreevy, St. Louis. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Toronto. The leader card. Orlando Arcia for Atlanta. Excuse me. We have another confetti parallel. Ranger Suarez for the Phillies. Our 8-bit baller is going to the Tigers. Jackson Jobe, rookie. And our power player is Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves. And our, why not another Yordan Alvarez for Houston, our star of MLB. And Hoop of Dreams for the Rays. Little checklist celebration card there. Ben asks, what's the difference between sand glitter and confetti? Well, from the parallel perspective, I'm going to guess that they're really hard to tell apart. In reality, I always think of confetti as being paper and sand glitter as being glitter, but beats me. What's the difference between most of Topps parallels? Let's be honest. Emmanuel Clase, Guardians. Brent Rooker, A. Spencer Schwellenbach for the Braves. Bradley Blaylock, Rockies. Another Rocky, Charlie Blockman. Otto Lopez, Marlins. Leody Tavares, Rangers. We got the Astros team card. And now we have a rainbow foil board, Max Schumann for the A's. At least these I can tell apart. Super Good just says not much for the difference between the two parallels. And then we have, oh yeah, see, I guess these are all the confetti ones. I don't know. To my eye, these all look the same. But we have Corbin Carroll to actually make sure I say that. We'll take a look at those in a second. Let's finish the pack off. 8-bit baller, Nolan Arenado for St. Louis. We got Aaron Judge, power player for the Yankees. Our star of MLB, Nolan Arenado. So back-to-back Arenados there. And Jake Cave for the Rockies. All right, so I think these are all the same type of parallel. Get them in the light so you can see. Draw your own conclusions. I say they're all the same. And with that, I say those are what the confetti parallels look like. That all said, I could easily be wrong. It would not be the first time. Next pack. Riley Green, Detroit. Mitch Haniger, Seattle. Yober Diaz, Arizona. Yainer Diaz. I don't know. Houston. Jake Cronenworth, San Diego. Brooks Baldwin, White Sox. Brenton Doyle, Rockies. Chris Sale, Braves. Colin Ray, Brewers. We have a Jace Jung, Tigers, 1990 insert. And then our game day drip, Jarren Duran. That's some drip. And by drip, I mean wallpaper as a suit. And he tried to fly away from me. We got Screech for Washington, mascot. And our star of MLB is Mookie Betts. And we round out with Michael King of the Padres. 3 more packs in this box. And we still have another whole box. And then everyone should be set on Topps Series 1. JP Crawford, Mariners. Colby Mayo, Orioles. Zach Eflin, also Orioles. Francisco Lindor, Mets. DJ Hers, Washington. Isaac Paredes, Cubs. Kevin Gausman, Blue Jays. We got a triple card there. Rob Refsnyder, Boston. We have another confetti. Josh Naylor for the Guardians. We got Shohei Ohtani, 8-bit baller. Fernando Tatis Jr., power player. And a Francisco Lindor for the Mets, MLB Stars. And Orelvis Martinez for the Toronto Blue Jays. I will say the star power in this box is strong. And I think that's important for kids especially. And adults. Jose Miranda, Twins. Luis Garcia Jr., Washington. Another triple. Acuna's base card. Anthony Volpe for the Yankees. Pete Crow Armstrong, Cubs. Francisco Alvarez, Mets. Mackenzie Gore, Washington. Arizona checklist card. We have, and these are beautiful cards. Again, if you haven't held one of these, you can kind of see the shine to them. I really like these, and getting Shohei Ohtani, that's really nice for the Dodgers. They're some of my favorite inserts from this year's top set. Game Day Drip, Mike Trout. All right. We got Dinger, mascot for the Rockies. Love that their mascot is a dinosaur. And Bobby Witt Jr. is our star of MLB, and Colt Keith for Detroit. All right, we are down to our final pack from box number 1. Good luck, everybody. And then we still have a second pack. We got Rhys Hoskins for the Brewers, Corey Seager, Texas, Red Sox team checklist, Spencer Steer, one of my favorite photos of the Series 1. Love that one. Brandon Marsh, Phillies, Cody Bellinger, Cubs, Marcus Stroman, Yankees. And behind that is going to be another Yankee. Ooh, we have a, now I'm not going to know what this is, and it's not numbered. Why would it be? But it's a pink something. Pink confetti? Pink confetti? Is that a thing? I don't know. Will Warren for the Yankees. The Yankees. That's going to Andy. There you go, Andy. Again, not numbered that I see, but it's the only one we've got out of the box, so feels somewhat rare at least. Next up, regular confetti, Nick Gordon for the Marlins. And then behind that, well, another confetti, I guess. They appear to be the same. Oh, boy, I don't know. Ryan Bliss for the Mariners is the card. I think these are different parallels. This might be the sand glitter, and this is the confetti. If you can sort of see in the light, they might very well. I'm looking especially at the top there. Of course, nothing serially numbered, so who knows? I'll let you guys figure it out when you get your cards. Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals is our 8-bit baller. Mike Trout, power player for the Angels. And our star of MLB is Ronald Acuna Jr. And our final card for box 1 is Matt Chapman. So I think Ben jinxed us a little bit in that I now have to try to figure out the difference between these. Super Gadget does say that they're different. So I appreciate the agreement. It's hard to, I don't think if I do have a light that I can flip on, but I don't think it's going to help. Come here, light switch. Maybe. I don't know. It usually makes it worse. I don't usually use the light when I do group breaks, but you can hopefully see that is definitely a different pattern. So these are the confettis. They're all the same. They all have, that's pretty clear. This has a more of a, I don't know how to describe it, more of like a snake skin-esque sheen to it. I don't know, but it is clearly different. So I will say that. All right, let's turn that light back off because I don't think it helps overall. So to quickly recap our confettis, these were, I believe, exclusive to, yes, they are exclusive to the Celebration boxes. We had Ryan Bliss, Josh Naylor, Corbin Carroll, Ranger Suarez, Reese Hines, Hunter Green, Jake Bloss, and Mitch Keller. And then we had 4 other parallels. We had the pink something or others. I'm calling it pink confetti, but I could be very wrong about that. Will Warren for the Yankees. We have this one that we just looked at, Nick Gordon, Max Schumann, and the Padres team card round out the rest of the parallels. So that was box number 1. Let me make some space, and then we'll get to box number 2. Super Guy just says, just use the picks on TCV to figure out. Yeah, me too. TCDB, baseball cardpedia, I also use a fair bit, especially with some of the older stuff. I don't know. Once in a while, you can find someone has done a nice like blog post detailing all the differences of some random set. It's amazing how confusing the companies can make them. All right. Maybe this one we can get one of these autograph dynasty cards. That'd be sweet. Let's find out. All right, so this is our second and final box of the evening. And while we do this, I will put there's your empty box. I will put my usual plug in when we're done with the group break, that if you have other suggestions, I'm always all ears. So yeah, let me know what else you might be interested in. All right, so box number 2. Probably get a fair bit of duplicate base cards, so I'll try not to belabor the point on those too much, but I do want to make sure I show everything. Let's slide these over this time. Come over here. There we go. All right, we got Mauricio Dubon for Houston, Luis Castillo, Tyler Gentry, Seth Lugo, back-to-back Royals, Lars Nootbaar, Cardinals, Shea Whitcomb, Houston, Alec Boehm, Phillies, Drew Thorpe, White Sox, Ty France, Reds. I don't know why he's in this set. We have another red confetti, Will Benson, who was just sent back to the minors for the second time this year. We got Dylan Cruz, 8-bit baller, who has been not good so far. He's on my fantasy team, and he's been pretty bad. We got James Wood for Washington, and our star of MLB is Mookie Betts, and then we have the Dodgers team card. All right. There's Mr. Shohei Ohtani base card. Pedro Pages for the Cardinals. Brant Herter, Detroit. Taylor Ward for the Angels. Sonny Gray, St. Louis. Zach DeZenzo, Houston. Rob Refsnyder, Boston. Francisco Alvarez, Mets. Francisco Lindor, also Mets. We have a Mike Piazza. That was a nice looking 1990 card. We have game day drip Gunnar Henderson. Quite the look there. We got Blooper, mascot for the Braves, and star of MLB, Ellie De La Cruz. And Eric Fetty for the Cardinals finishes off that pack. So yeah, overall, I'd say this is a decent product, and I might go so far as to say I prefer over just regular Top Series 1, because I like some of the kid-centric inserts. Brian De La Cruz, Pittsburgh. Tyler Locklear, Seattle. Emmanuel Clase, Guardians. Brent Rooker, A's. Brooks Baldwin, White Sox. Bretton Doyle, Rockies. Hunter Fiducia, Dodgers. Jock Peterson, Diamondbacks. Vinny Pasquantino, Royals. We have a Cactus League, Julio Rodriguez. Rafael Devers, Red Sox power player. We have Baxter for the Diamondbacks. And another Diamondback, Corbin Carroll, star of MLB, and Gunnar Henderson base to finish that one off. I guess the downside to this is there doesn't appear to be all the serially numbered inserts like you might get in regular Tops. But I don't know. Spencer Schwellenbach for the Angels, for Atlanta, Riley Green, Detroit, Mitch Haniger, Seattle, Francisco Lindor, Mets, DJ Herz, Washington, Isaac Paredes, Cubs, Ryan Helsley, Cardinals, Pedro Leon, Houston, Ryan Thompson for Arizona. Behind him is Colton Cowser for the Orioles. Mookie Betts, 8-bit baller, and Freddie Freeman, power player. So back-to-back Dodgers. And then let's round it out with a Mike Trout, star of MLB, and Joe Ryan of the Twins. Next pack. For the Diamondbacks, Wilbur Diaz, Yainer Diaz, Houston, J.P. Crawford, Seattle, Kobe Mayo, Baltimore, Anthony Volpe, Yankees, Pete Crow Armstrong, Cubs, Red Sox team checklist card, Tommy Edman, Dodgers, Brandon Lowe, Rays, Chipper Jones, 1990 tops, a game day drip, Mookie Betts, Cruella DeVille vibes there. We got Mrs. Met as our mascot, and our star of MLB is Bryce Harper of the Phillies, and Dalton Varsho is the final base card. So yeah, if you have ideas of other products you'd like to see me rip in the near future, let me know. I suppose I should be looking for Topps Heritage if people are interested in that this year. Zach Eflin, Orioles, Jose Miranda, Twins, Luis Garcia Jr., Washington, Spencer Steer for the Reds again, Brandon Marsh, Phillies, Angel Martinez, Cleveland, Rhett Lauder, Reds, Jared Kelenic, Braves. We have a Connor Norby. This is the other type of parallel, the not confetti for the Marlins. And then we have the confetti parallel, Adam Mazur for the Marlins as well. So back-to-back Marlin parallels. Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets is our 8-bit baller, and Bobby Witt Jr. is our power player, and Shohei Ohtani is our star of MLB, and then another one of those triple cards. So the triple cards, if we do pull duplicates of them, like either within the box or within the two boxes, I randomize them, but so, for example, this one's a bad example. It's two Yankees on it, but let's just pretend for a moment that it was Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles. So I randomize amongst, and just say it goes to the Yankees. So the next one that I randomize, I take the Yankees out. So that way I'm spreading them out amongst as many teams as possible. That's only if there's duplicates. So speaking of, there's another triple card. We got Ronald Acuna for the Braves, Rhys Hoskins, Brewers, Corey Seager, Rangers, John Gray, Rangers, Orioles team card, Joey Ortiz, Brewers, Jose Barreros, Toronto, Mariners team card. And then behind that is a Call to the Hall, Randy Johnson. And then a Bryce Harper's game day drip going to the rodeo, I guess. And then we've got Wally the Green Monster for the Red Sox. And our star of MLB is Mr. Paul Skeens of the Pirates. And Lawrence Butler rounds out the base portion. Still several packs remaining. Could we get one of those rare things? Probably not, but we can hope. Padres team card, Max Schumann, Angels, Jake Burger, Marlins, Eugenio Suarez for the Diamondbacks. Easy for me to say today. Freddie Freeman, Dodgers, Tanner Hook, Red Sox, Jeff McNeil, Mets, Kyle Finnegan, Washington. And look at that. I just said we don't get serially numbered stuff. And then here we have a serially numbered card. Numbered 1,116 out of 2025. It's the Detroit Tigers gold parallel. So that's nice for the Tigers. Tigers this time are going to Sheep Boy. Ben was in here at least a little bit ago. So there you go, Ben. And our confetti is another good one. Bryce Harper for the Phillies. Our 8-bit ballers, Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. Matt Olson is our power player for the Braves. And our star of MLB is Jose Ramirez for Cleveland. And Jesus Sanchez for the Marlins. Andy's here. Hey, Andy. Greetings. Better late than never. That's right. We're having fun. Going through a ton of cards. Whoops, come back here. All right, next up for the Twins, David Festa, Matt Vierling, Tigers, Lamont Wade Jr., Giants, Joey Cantillo, Cleveland, Ryan Pepiot, Rays, Red Sox team card, Angels, Zach Neto, Yankees checklist card, Miguel Vargas for the White Sox, and then we have a Ben Rice 1990 tops, and then a game day drip, Bobby Witt Jr., and the A's mascot. because they're no longer the Oakland A's. They're just the A's. And then Nolan Arenado for St. Louis and a Pete Fairbanks base. All right. I'm just going to slide these here and slide these over here. Next pack starts with Christopher Sanchez for the Phillies, Adele Amador for the Rockies, Brian Rocio, Cleveland, Charlie Blockman, Rockies, Jake Cronenworth, Padres, Dylan Dingler, Tigers, Jose Altuve, Houston, Randy Arozarena, Mariners. We have an upside down rainbow foil, Mikael Garcia for the Royals. And we have another. This is Jorge Alcala for the Twins is our confetti. 8-bit baller of Ronald Acuna Jr., game day drip, Randy Arozarena, and our star of MLB is Dylan Cruz of the Nationals, and we get the Braves dancing. Next pack starts with Michael Busch for the Cubs, Garrett Cole, Yankees, Tyler Soderstrom, Athletics, Rafael Devers, Red Sox, Eloy Jimenez, Orioles, Willie Castro, Twins, Margot Gonzalez, Pittsburgh, Greg Jones, Rockies, another Rocky, Jordan Beck. And underneath him is a 2024 greatest hits of Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. We've got Paul Skeens game day drip. Classy look, I suppose. We got Orbit for Houston. And our star of MLB is Francisco Lindor of the Mets. And then a pretty nice action shot of Jake McCarthy for the Diamondbacks. Mark Vientos for the Mets. Jordan Westbrook, Orioles. Chris Bassett, Blue Jays. Another triple card there. Jackson Merrill, Padres. Anthony Rendon, Angels. Ronel Blanco, Astros. We have a power stat number 3 out of 50. This is a power player gold parallel. So there's a nice hit. Unexpected. 3 out of 50. Right after I said they weren't serially numbered, we now have pulled 2 different serially numbered cards in this box. I'm going to guess these are quite rare to pull. Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. This is going to Jason, i.e. Jackal, who was here, so very nice. 3 out of 50 there. I'll sleeve that one in just a second. And then we have we're not done yet. We've got a foil board Taylor Ward for the Angels. And we have for the Red Sox, Nick Sogard confetti. And then a Juan Soto 8-bit baller and a Shohei Ohtani regular old power player. And a Bobby Witt Jr. star of MLB. And then Will Smith for the Dodgers. So a very solid pack, that one. For sure. And a nice surprise. Wasn't expecting to pull anything numbered out of only 50. There, I'll sleeve the Topps Gold as well. All right. Next pack. Whoa. Careful. Slippery sucker. We have, for the Padres, a checklist card. Travis D'Arnaud, Braves, Bailey Ober, Twins, Danny Jensen, Red Sox, Tyler Stevenson, Reds, Zach Wheeler, Phillies, Christian Mania, Diamondbacks, Mitch Garver, Mariners, Cameron Misner, Rays. And underneath him is for the Twins, a 1990 Brooks Lee. We got game day drip Shohei Ohtani. Looking pretty happy there. We have TC Bear for the Twins, mascot, and Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves is our MLB, and then Jose Caballero for the Rays. JC, good evening. That's how we're doing so far. You know, a lot of base cards, as I think you said, or someone said on the Discord. But we're getting a lot of inserts. I think it's fun. I think we don't need Series 1 and Series 1 celebration. It would be my TLDR, but yeah, it's all right. There's a triple there. We got Marcell Ozuna for the Braves, Freddie Peralta, Brewers, Will Brennan, Guardians, Dylan Cease, Padres, Michael McGreevy, Cardinals. For the A's, JJ Bledley, Otto Lopez, Marlins. Leody Tavares for the Rangers. And then we have a confetti Brian Wu for the Mariners. 8-bit baller Kobe Mayo for the Orioles. Power player Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. And a Juan Soto Yankees star of MLB. And Nico Cavadas. We are almost done with the break. We have 2 packs remaining. So good evening to those that have joined recently. We have Nathaniel Lowe, Rangers for the Braves. Team card. Austin Riley also for the Braves. Trevor McGill, shouting, for the Brewers. Paul Blackburn, Mets for the Giants. Thairo Estrada, Astros team card. Chris Sale for the Braves. Colin Ray, Brewers. Underneath there is another one of these all tops team cards. Really like these. Emmanuel Clase for the Guardians. Very nice. Oh, yeah, it's definitely fun opening the packs. Don't get me wrong. And the sorting is okay. I don't mind. Vlad Guerrero Jr. Game Day Drip. Very purple. We got Mariner Moose. I do like the mascot cards. So Matt Chapman is our star of MLB. And Logan O'Hoppe for the Angels. And that gives us one last pack. Let's hope for a little last pack magic, although this box has been pretty solid. Okay, here we go. Nathan Eovaldi for the Rangers. Yankees team card. Ketel Marte, Diamondbacks. Tyler Phillips, Phillies. Brandon Pfaadt for the Diamondbacks. Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers. Kevin Gausman, Blue Jays. Another triple card. We have well, there we go. Paul Skeens. This is the other parallel, the non-confetti version. But that's a nice one for Pittsburgh. 412 J-Mac, going to be happy with that one, I'm sure. And there's the confetti version. Jeremy Pena for Houston. We got an 8-bit baller of Julio Rodriguez. We have a power player of Julio Rodriguez. We have a star of MLB, Aaron Judge. And our final card is Freddie Fermin of the Royals. So I would say box 2 was much stronger overall. We got 2 serially numbered cards, the Tigers gold card, and then the power player. I'm calling this a gold parallel. It is very shiny. It is actually really sweet looking. And that is numbered 3 out of 50. So those were the 2 big hits, though you might add in that Paul Skeens in there as well for the whatever sand glitter. Is that what we're calling this? I don't know what we're calling this parallel. It's not the confetti. It's the other one that we pulled. So that is the break. Pretty quick. I did it in about an hour, just under, so not bad. Yeah, I will be all ears on what you guys and gals would like to see us open next. I think Heritage is coming out soon. I don't think it's out yet. Maybe I missed it. And then I don't know what else. I also don't know if I can find boxes of Heritage because when I looked last time, I didn't have any luck. So we'll see if maybe it's a little bit more available. And if there's anything else, let me know. And if we can make it work, we'll do it. So thanks to all of you for hanging out tonight. Love the chatter always. Definitely more fun than me just talking to my microphone. And yeah, thanks one and all. And we'll be on the Discord. I'll be on the Discord more again, hopefully in the next couple of days. It's been a crazy couple of weeks with work and stuff, but my semester is wrapping up quickly and I'll have a lot more free time. So I do hope to get back to some of the more, I won't call them daily, but more often giving cards away as well. I enjoy doing that. So stay tuned for that. And otherwise have a lovely evening and happy Easter to those that celebrate coming up soon. And with that,